Basin. Today is Tuesday, October 18th. I'm Matthew.
I'm King. On today's show, we will be talking about the masked three men and was arrested in King. Now let's get the show started.
Road with no name, lay back in the slow lane. Skies dropping, Jupiter around us like some old train. We'll be rolling down the windows. I bet you will catch a nice second wind.
The scary clown craze is now affecting big businesses like Target, which is removing clown masks from its shelves but just weeks before Halloween. The retailer's decision comes after multiple reported incidents of clowns attempting to lure children into the woods in recent months. Target had no reports on whether there had been an increase or decrease in the number of clown masks that have been sold since reports of clown sightings. Now to weather.
Today's weather, mostly sunny, near record highs in the 70s, mid-80s southwest, 10 miles or less. Tonight, mostly clear, lows in the upper 40s and 50s, light winds. Wednesday, mostly sunny, highs in the mid-70s to mid-80s, light winds. Wednesday night, partly clear, lows in the 50s to lower 60s, light winds. Down to War News, Matthew.
King Kejeli V came to power in 1959 but was only king of Rwanda until 1961, when the monarchy was abolished and he was forced to exile. He eventually settled in the U.S., where he set up a charity helping Rwandan refugees and orphans. King Kejeli was the last in line of monarchs from the minority Tutsi ethnic group, which had dominated Rwandan for many years. But the Belgian former colonial power favored the Major Hudson back to coup. World fact of the day: New Mexico State's first graduating class in 1893 had only one student, and he was shot and killed before graduation. A 2013. Wait, where? Anyways, now to our PSA.
One-third of our nation's defense is the National Guard and Reserve. It's their job to protect you. It's you who protect their jobs. Your employees deserve your support.
Welcome to Sports Time, Matthew.
I'm Teddy.
Clayton Kershaw drove another spike into the narrative of his postseason flaws Sunday night, silencing the mighty Cubs on 2 hits over 7 scoreless innings and a 1-0 win that tied the National League Championship Series at 1 game apiece. Teddy, I want to know something. Of all these coaches that I'm about to name you, should they be fired, retire, or not even be fired? Okay, Kirby Smart.
Well, he's a joke, and he should be fired, and yeah.
Nick Saban.
Well, I think it's time for him to just hang up the headsets and just retire after this season's over. And he's a good coach, but let somebody else take the job.
Okay. Barry Odom, the Missouri head coach.
He's done a good job, but I think it's time for him to just. He's not a good coach, and he's just a joke. And Missouri's just had a bad season this year.
Okay. Gus Malzahn.
He's kind of okay, but I think it's time for him to be fired.
Auburn's not doing too bad.
He's on the hot seat right now. So yeah.
Derek Mason, Vanderbilt's coach.
It's kind of okay, but I think it's time for him to be let go, and he's never been a good coach ever since he's been there. So,
Bob Stoops, Oklahoma's coach.
Also on the hot seat, and I think it's time for him to go. He's been there for 18 years, and time for him to go after this season.
Charlie Strong.
God, that's a lot of coaches. I don't know. He's kind of okay. I think it's time for him to retire.
Yeah, he was on the hot seat last year, too.
Yeah.
Mike DeBoard, our offensive coordinator.
Yeah, he's never been good, and I don't know his history, but we got beat by Alabama Saturday.
He was with one of the worst NFL teams.
Yeah. And then Butch Jones, too.
And last, but definitely not least, Will Muschamp.
I think it's time for him to go, Will Muschamp.
He just needs to, leave football.
Yeah.
Period. End of discussion.
Yeah.
That's all for Sports Now. Lunch Hannah.
For today's lunch, line 1 is chili pie, fresh broccoli, whole kernel corn, pineapple chunks, sliced peaches. In line 2 is chicken fajita nachos, garden salad, refried beans, pineapple chunks, Tomorrow's breakfast in line 1 is pancake on a stick. Tomorrow's breakfast in line 2 is mini powdered donuts. That's all for lunch and breakfast, now to local news.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, the Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River.
Three men were arrested and 23 pounds of high-grade marijuana and $76,000 cash were seized in a South Nashville bust Wednesday. Terry Kenneth Pegram Jr., 24, of Aladdin Drive, is charged with possession of marijuana for resale and a crooks with guns violation for having a rifle and pistols inside the residence.
Philip Dale Tidwell, age 50, of Dyersburg, and Evan Newbaker, age 24, of Murfreesboro, were both charged with possessing marijuana for resale. The three are alleged to have been working together. Undercover detectives with Specialized Investigations Division of Metro Nashville Police had Pegram under surveillance Wednesday as part of their continuing investigation. Now to our sponsors.
See, every scientist will tell you that no two brains are the same, and every parent with 2 or more children will confirm that claim. So please explain why you treat students like cookie cutter frames or snapback hats, giving them this one-size-fits-all. But if a doctor prescribed the exact same medicine to all of his patients, the results will be tragic. So many people will get sick. When it comes to school, this is exactly what happens, this educational malpractice, where one teacher stands in front of 20 kids, each one having different strengths, different needs, different gifts, different dreams, and you teach the same thing the same way? That's horrific. Ladies and gentlemen, the defendant should not be acquitted. This may be one of the worst criminal offenses ever. And let's mention the way you treat your employees.
Objection. Overruled. I want to hear this.
It's a shame. I mean, teachers have the most important job on the planet, yet they're underpaid? It's a short change. Let's be honest. Teachers should earn just as much as doctors, because a doctor can do heart surgery and save the life of a kid, but a great teacher can reach the heart of that kid and allow him to truly live. See, teachers are heroes that often get blamed, but they're not the problem. They work in a system without many options or rights. Curriculums are created by policymakers, most of which have never taught a day in their life. Just obsessed with standardized tests. They think bubbling in a multiple choice question will determine success. That's outlandish. In fact, these tests are too cruel to be used and should be abandoned.
For today's announcements,
We still have the email for any videos or pictures you would like to be put on Cbtv.
After school at this last week, picked up forms and will meet senior. Then
The choices are exploratory fitness with Coach Rollins, Wednesday workshop with Miss Danner, Photoshop with Penny Montgomery, computer tech with Mr. Tompkins,
math workshop with Miss Davis, and cooking history club with Miss Underwood, and finally, at least, fire answer Miss Danner.
If you want information, get the form. If you're worried about being picked up, we have 8 different spots that the bus will drop you off at. Note this is for middle school and high school. Socktober started last week. The class that brings in the most socks will get to go to lunch early for a week. Seniors are still in the lead.
There's a haunted forest and Highway 294 on October 23rd.
The cheerleaders are selling t-shirts. Depending on what size or type of shirt is depending on the price.
9 weeks test is Friday. The ACT.
The ACT test is for seniors is Saturday. Happy birthday to Jacob Allen. And that's all we have for today's show.
We'll see you tomorrow on CB2's at 9.